Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. I
Thank you.
I went on a walk this morning
What
because it's
time is
going
it
to be
right
a lot
now?
of rain, here the next couple days. So I thought, okay, I'll
Okay.
try to.
Okay.
Pardon?
Do you live in Vancouver?
Yep, in Vancouver.
Okay. I think it's nicest or beautiful. I think nicest and beautiful country, city, and the international city in the world.
Thank you. I think for the landscape and closeness to the ocean and the mountains, very beautiful, right?
And
Very
there and
picturesque.
there and there's a lot of international restaurants.
A lot, a lot,
Yes, a lot.
yes, a lot of international restaurants.
Okay.
However,
Yes, go ahead.
however, sorry, you go ahead.
Let me ask you. I suffering from the to save the vocabulary, and after that forget the vocabulary because I don't use it. We know I live in a country, in a country that's speaking Arabic, and I
Hmm.
cannot speak English with the citizen here because they
Right,
speak Arabic.
right.
Can you give me something that to discover or a new idea, new way to make me to save this vocabulary? I try uh, to look for about the real way to make me look like a native speaker.
So the truth is you need to either one practice or two be exposed. Be exposed, right? You have trouble practicing with other with you have trouble because you're not able to practice because everyone else speaks Arabic, right? So you have trouble being able to practice your English. So if you can't speak it, what's the alternative? Is you need to be exposed to it. And how do you be exposed to it? You be exposed to it by books, by television shows, by YouTube. That's the only other way, or else you're going to forget. So if you can't
Uh,
speak it with
yes,
somebody, right,
yes.
you need to be exposed to it and see it visually because you don't have anyone to practice with. I mean, you have Cambly, but you don't have anyone in town, right? So you need to be constantly reading English books, English newspapers, articles online, listening to people on YouTube or movies, or else you're going to forget.
Okay, but I think it's the best way to learn to save this words and vocabularies in our brain, or especially for the people who learn its practice to stay this
Absolutely.
vocabulary.
100%.
This way, I think it's automatically save these words because the practice always and always spelling and with how to use these words.
Yep, absolutely. So for you, if you can't speak it and have that conversation aspect, you need to be watching something on the TV with the subtitles and practicing after them. So you're practicing the
Yes,
words.
yes. I CNN channel and BBC channel,
Oh, that's
but
very good, actually. That's
yes,
good.
read the subtitle with the news and economic news and
Hmm.
I sometimes translate lots of sentences. I sometimes translate lots of sentences from the Arabic English to Arabic because I have lots of vocabularies and phrases and sentences.
That's perfect. And but I think also you need to find somebody that you can speak to daily, even a short bit of English. Do you have anyone in town who speaks English? What about your
Unfortunately,
students?
no. Do you have an Instagram account to speak with you?
Do I have what?
An Instagram account?
I have an Instagram account, but I don't have any teaching on there.
To just to practice speak with you.
Yes, but I mean, is this say? I mean, I do, but I don't go on it to practice
Okay.
really English. But I'll try to
Okay.
keep sending you different articles and stuff like that. How is it
Okay.
going
Yes.
teaching with your students?
I'm fed up with this teaching because they are not they are not do homework. I always to give him a homework, but
Yeah.
unfortunately they don't like or they don't want to do homework. Unfortunately,
Yes. Same issue with North American students too,
no,
right?
it's
The
different.
ages.
I think it's different. In
Okay, what
United
is
States, there's difference between the, but here it's very important to teaching and studying the English for the especially for the kids because they are don't like to learn new language or don't you want to they just want to pass the test with the English language.
Are they able to pass the test without doing the homework?
Sometimes they're able, sometimes are not able. I try to explain that the subject grammar and the pronunciation
Yeah.
and sentences, short article with the five lines or six
Yeah.
lines, and write an email to a friend,
That's good.
write a short article about yourself and your family.
Yes.
And they told me, teacher, I cannot read English. It's that's too difficult. And unfortunately,
It,
I don't have free time to talk him.
yeah, that's a hard one because I think that's common with learning languages, right? They just want to speak it and pass, but they might not know how to read it or process the grammar, right?
It's
That's
easy.
a tough one to.
It's easy grammar to my students. For example, use and but and the present simple
Okay.
and present continuous and should and must and past simple, regular verb. That's easy. Opposites.
Okay, so they do understand that sort of concept.
Yes.
I'm wondering what's a way for you to challenge your students? Do you get them to practice any conversation at the front desk?
No, unfortunately, we have in our lesson just
Okay.
45 minutes. That's
Yeah.
not enough to explain for my lesson because there's a lot of exercise in our activity book and
Mhm.
people's book. And maybe sometimes we have six exercise. That's too difficult for
Yeah.
us. We cannot do all this exercise in this short or a little minutes with the 45 minutes. And sometimes to do that, do the three exercise or four exercise, and
Yeah.
later next because they explain the grammar and understand them. Everyone, do you understand this grammar? Do you understand this issues or subject?
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes I stay with the one topic 2 or 3 days, and before the 2 or 3 days until this day, I
Yeah.
explain about this opposites, cheap, expensive, hard, and soft, hard. Okay. Just assess my English. How much to give me my percent? 50%, 60% about my English language.
Your English language, is pretty good. I would say minimum at least 81%.
80?
81.
81. Okay. Okay. Are you studying in Canada with the baccalaureate degrees?
That's right. Yes. In
Which
psychology subject.
okay, which university did you study?
SFU, Simon
Huh?
Fraser University.
Okay. Okay. Can you give me advice to make my English very well, or just practice and watch the video?
I know, and you always ask me, so I'm trying to come up with different ways for you, but it's hard in the pool. I think the only way for you, in a good way, honestly, in a good way, is that your English is so good that you're almost at an expert, right? So you're in a tough spot because your pronunciation is good, your vocabulary is good, your grammar
Do
is
you
good.
understand? Do you understand about my English language?
Easy. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So for you,
Yes,
how do
yes.
you progress more? The only way for you to progress more is, I don't know, your vocabulary is very good. That's the problem, but there is always ways you can get better. So it's only challenging yourself to read, maybe professional textbooks,
Uh,
larger, more complex. It's hard for your students because I do feel your struggle. How do you encourage them, right, to keep
okay.
learning?
It's okay to sometimes to feel boring, or because I'm still in one level, or in some level.
It's okay to feel boring for what? Say it again.
Sometimes to feel boring because I'm stuck in some level.
For sure. You've hit a plateau. Have you heard that
Mm.
before? Plateau.
No, no. What's this?
I'm typing it for you. New vocabulary. A plateau. There you go. Plateau. You've hit a plateau. So what that means is you have gone to the next level, but now you're stuck
Mm.
at a high level, and it's hard to get better because you're so high up. You've hit a plateau.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I see.
Your English is so good. You're not beginner. You're not
Okay.
intermediate. You're almost expert. So now it's hard to go above expert, right? You're stuck at the
It's mean
advanced.
it's mean uh, to make progress, or to mean to be very step by step with the level step by step.
It means you've made so much progress. You've made so much progress
Yes.
that now you're at this standpoint. Is that it's hard to progress when you're already at the top.
Okay, but
It's hard to progress when you're already
it's
at the
okay.
top.
It's okay to feel boring when you study English.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Because you're stuck at a plateau. You're stuck at an expert level. So that's okay. But you do need to switch it up. I mean, you do need to come up with some new ways to challenge yourself.
Okay.
You need to start thinking for yourself to create speeches. I also think that maybe you need to start teaching some new people. What
I
about
tried.
doing an adult course of English? Could you do that? Could you
What?
start teaching some adult English and challenge yourself?
Do you have a website?
Why not?
No, I
No, I
don't
don't
have.
have a website.
I try to take this exam online.
What exam?
About my English.
Okay, what exam did you take? The IELTS?
Not IELTS. No, I want English. A1, A2, B1, B2, C2.
Okay, and how did you do?
I'm still not. I'm not. Doesn't. I'm not like. Not to take this exam. I'm preparing to take this exam.
Okay. Do you want to do some preparation before you take
Thank
it?
you.
And then you can take the exam and see.